All right, we have some roster moves this morning for the San Francisco 49ers. They have signed a wide receiver and a running back. The two players that have been signed are two former second-round draft picks, Ameer Abdullah, who last played with the Raiders, and wide receiver Andy Isabella, who most recently played in the UFL. But like I mentioned, both were second-round draft picks at one point. Both guys that I actually liked coming out of the draft. When Andy Isabella was coming out of UMass, he had put up so much production in college, and he's your kind of slot, shifty type wide receiver, very fast, very quick. Just unfortunately just never latched on anywhere in the NFL. Just really didn't pan out with the Arizona Cardinals. I know he bounced around a little bit as well. But, you know, he kind of is in the same mold of like your Jacob Cowing, a guy kind of very similar makeup. So it'll be very interesting to see what he can provide. Also, he can provide some special teams ability as a punt returner and kick returner and things like that. So we'll see if he makes the final roster. And I think the same goes for Ameer Abdullah as well. He's a veteran. He's been in this league a long time. Honestly, I was a big fan of Ameer Abdullah coming out of Nebraska. It's crazy that he was drafted in 2015, and he's still in the league. So been in the league for 10 years. And he is typically, you know, hasn't been a starter, but has been a contributor. And has been a guy that teams seem to covet when they have him on their squads. He's a guy who can be a pass catcher out of the backfield, run in between the tackles, run outside. He's got good shiftiness. He can be of help in special teams as well. So, again, the 49ers got two veterans. No, I can't guarantee that either one of these guys are going to make the roster when it's time to cut the final 53. But honestly, for being this late in training camp and, for whatever the 49ers are dealing with, I think they're solid signings. I would say the ideal signing for me at wide receivers, of course, Keenan Allen. But we'll see if that ever comes to fruition or not. There have been rumblings that the 49ers and Keenan have been in conversations, but just have not been able to come to terms on anything. And, with Ameer Abdullah, the 49ers also brought in Jeff Wilson, Ernest Johnson, Deion Jackson, all pretty solid veteran running backs. I like the addition of Ameer. Ameer actually... it'll be like I said, it'll be interesting to see if he can make the roster, but he definitely feels like a guy, if you could get him on your practice squad as a veteran, and be one of the guys you call up on game days to play special teams, he seems like a solid locker room guy, a glue guy, if you will. So I like the addition of Ameer. It'll be, again, fascinating to see what it looks like for him and Andy Isabella moving forward. And as you guys know, the 49ers are thin at wide receiver throughout training camp due to the injuries that have piled up. Obviously, no Brandon Ayuk. We know Ricky Pearsall is started on the PUP, and then he came back, and then he had a rest day. And then Juwan Jennings left practice with a calf injury. Didn't practice the last 2 days. So we'll see. We'll see. A lot of guys battling for spots right now. And let me know what you guys think about these signings in the comments below. And as always, make sure to like and subscribe for more updates.